Hey everyone, in this weird science, we're talking about dreams.
Alright, enough with the craziness. So what is a dream? There's a lot of pseudoscience out there about dream interpretation and what dreams actually mean, so you have to be careful about how you do your research when you're talking about dreams. Now, all of the stuff out there on dream interpretation, say you had a dream about your teeth falling out, and that means that you're worried about something. That isn't necessarily real science, so you have to make sure when you're looking at information about dreams that you're being careful to use good, reputable sources. A general definition of a dream is a series of thoughts, images, or emotions occurring during sleep. So in today's Weird Science, we're going to talk about some of the reasons why we have dreams and some interesting fun facts about dreams, as well as ways to manipulate dreams that have actually been shown to happen in science. So when do we dream? Dreams can actually occur at any point during sleep. Scientists used to think we only dreamt during the REM stage, or rapid eye movement stage, of sleep. But in fact, that's not true. You can actually have dreams throughout all 5 stages of sleep, but your most vivid dreams occur during REM sleep. The average person will dream 4 to 6 times per night, and we all dream, but we don't all remember our dreams. So why do we dream? It's really uncertain. Some scientists believe that there is no purpose to dreams, and they're just meaningless manifestations of the imagination. Other scientists think that it might be the brain's way of processing all of the information we've seen throughout the day and previous days and putting it into an orderly state in our brain, deleting the things that we don't need to remember and storing the things that we do. Certain neurons don't fire during REM sleep, so it does make it harder to remember what we've dreamt about. As we'll talk about later, there are ways to improve the memory of your dreams, but some people are just better at it because of their genes. Now, a few fun facts about dreams. Animals do have dreams as complex as ours. And you might have heard your parents say, don't watch scary movies or violent video games before bed. And there actually might be some weight to that. In fact, in one study, people who consumed violent images in video games 90 minutes before sleep were 13 times more likely to have violent images in their dreams. There's been other studies to show that different types of media content can affect your dreams, but there's really no way to control exactly what we dream about. Now, dreams do activate the brain in a similar way that real actions do, and we do have chemicals running through our body that are going to prevent us from actually acting out our dreams. People with sleepwalking disorders actually have a deficiency in some of these chemicals, so they're going about moving around as if they are actually awake and doing those actions. Some people only dream in black and white, so they don't dream with any color at all, and that's totally normal. So let's talk about sleep stages now. We go through all 5 stages of sleep in one sleep cycle. Stage 1 includes light sleep, you're falling asleep, and your muscle activity is slowing. In stage 2, your breathing pattern and your heart rate slows, and you have a decrease in body temperature. In stage 3, you start going into deep sleep, and your brain is going to generate slow data waves. Finally, in stage 4, you're going to be in very deep sleep, and you're going to have rhythmic breathing and limited muscle activity. Stage 5, what we know as REM stage, your brain waves are speeding up, and you're actually going to remember a lot of your dreams from this stage. Remember, you can dream during any one of these stages, but you're more likely to recall the dreams that happen in stage 5. You can actually see that rapid eye movement in individuals while you watch them dream as well. Stages of sleep and sleep science is very interesting, and I could do a whole other video on that. One of the more interesting things is that you're at your most wakeful after you finish stage 5. So if you go back to sleep, say you snooze your alarm and you start entering other stages, you may actually feel more groggy than when you initially woke up. So it's good to try to map out your sleep and time yourself for when you are going to be at your most wakeful. And there are apps that'll help you with this, even though they aren't quite as scientific as measuring brain waves and figuring out which state of sleep you're in. Let's talk about lucid dreams. Now, this is when an individual is aware that they're dreaming. Some people who lucidly dream have control in their dreams, and lucid dreams take place in a state between REM sleep cycle stage 5 and being awake. So it's kind of in that in-between period. There's a particular part of the brain that's activated during lucid dreams, but no one really knows why these happen. There's been records of lucid dreams since the Egyptians. A long time ago, people thought lucid dreams were just being made up, or they're something that people convinced themselves they were having. It wasn't until the 1980s when we figured out lucid dreams do actually exist, or actually we were able to confirm it with science. In the 1980s, a study was performed where the participants were taught a particular eye movement and told to do that once they got into a lucid dream. The scientists were able to confirm they were dreaming by studying their brainwave, but then were able to recognize the eye pattern that the participants engaged in the experiment. So in this study, we actually confirmed scientifically that yes, people can lucidly dream and have control in their dreams. Some people want to make themselves dream lucidly. It's a cool idea and sounds kind of fun. And so some scientists have actually looked at ways to increase self-awareness in dreams through a a stimulation of current to the brain. In one particular study, participants were given pulses, small electrical pulses, in the dorsolateral prefrontal cortex to their brains between 25 and 40 hertz, and then were successfully able to have self-awareness in the dreams after these pulses. And even though this might just sound weird or maybe kind of fun, there could be medical benefits to making people dream lucidly. For people who suffer from nightmares associated with PTSD or anxiety, having the ability to lucidly dream and take control of these nightmares could be really beneficial, especially for people who suffer from these nightmares very frequently. Now, we're very far from being in a world like the one we saw in the movie Inception, if you've seen that film, but there's still a lot to learn with dreams and a lot of ways that technology could help us understand dreams better. So if you have questions about any of the studies I talked about in this video, or you have other ideas and things you want to know more about related to dreams, go ahead and put them in the comments. Thanks so much for watching. This has been
Weird Science.